everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stassi. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm so excited. I have Panda Builds here today. So thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, thank you for inviting me. I'm a little bit nervous.
No, thank you so much for coming. I've always had a crush on your builds. Without a doubt, they're so pretty. I love them. But
Thank you.
let's get this started. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your Sims history?
Okay, hi, my name is Anya, and yeah, I'm from Serbia. That's in Europe. If you don't know where, it's on the southern part near Greece. You probably know where Greece is, so we are kind of near. And I started playing Sims when I was, I think, 12. Sims 2 was my first game. And I only had the base game. I remember my best friend she was like, there is that one game where you can make yourself and get yourself a husband and make a house. And we got it, and we used to play it. Like, we come back from school and she comes over, or yeah.
No, sorry, my camera's foggy. Like
I can see.
There we go.
Okay, it's okay now.
Yeah.
And we come over and we play the game for, I don't know, 6 hours or something like that. And then her mom calls my parents and she's like, where is her name is Tasha. And is Tasha there? And we were like, oh, it's 9 or 10 p.m. And she came over like at 2. And then, yeah, it was, I remember my first home was yellow. And it was really complicated roofing it, but I remember the Sims 2 had the option for auto roofs.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay, I was not sure if that was true.
No, it was true.
Yeah, and I had one bump out in my house, and the Sims could not make a roof for it. And anytime I think about Sims 2 or any older Sims game, I'm always frustrated about that bit.
That's so funny. So did you play Sims 3?
A little.
Yeah.
Not much. I got into sports and I was outside a lot, and if I was home, I was sleeping. So I had Sims 3, but I don't think I played it that much. It was weird.
No, that's okay. When did you start playing Sims 4?
I don't know, a couple of years ago. I remember when it came out, I got it back then. Mm-hmm. And I played a little bit, and I was like, it's weird. There are, first of all, no pools. Yep. And toddlers. What's up with that? And it was really weird for me, and I did not play it at all. And I started university in 2015, so I really did not have much time for gaming. And a couple of years ago, a little bit before pandemic, I started playing again. Mm. First, I tried a little bit building and playing. I made myself and my then boyfriend. That was really fun for me. And somehow I discovered the Sims YouTube, and mm-hmm. It was mind-blowing for me. And like, oh my God, people are building homes and posting that on YouTube, and I was hooked. And that's the only content besides true crime that I watch on YouTube. And whenever someone asks me, recommend me something to watch, and I'm like, you're not gonna like it.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's awesome. I was just finishing university in about 2015. So I didn't play Sims 3 like at all. I picked up Sims 4 when I watched Kelsey and Peach K's 100 Baby Challenge, because I was like, this is awesome. Like, I love this. And then I got my best friend into it as well. Now, you've said something, and I was going to talk about it a little bit later, but no time like the present. Your speed builds are amazing and I love them. I've also tried to dip my hand in speed builds and they suck. So what is the secret to having a successful speed build?
Well, I think the best thing you can do is to practice. You can go back to my channel and watch my first speed build. It sucks. Like maybe first 5 or 6 of my houses are all the same. I just know I made that a small cottage. It's 1 bedroom and I built it in Newcrest on the smallest lot and the lighting is terrible. It was foggy or something. I don't know. I did not use any mods back then or I did not have MCC or Tool or anything and it's horrible. And I started YouTube. I was really freaked out. I think I posted around 30 builds before I even started talking in them. It was really freaky. And I started Simstagram and it was, my cat is here to say hello. Come
on. Oh my gosh.
This is Archie.
Archie, what a precious little soul. Oh my gosh. Your cat actually likes you. My cat doesn't like you. My cat.
Yeah, he does. He's really cuddly and it's not expected. My boyfriend has a dog and a cat and his cat is evil. She liked me when we started dating and she liked cuddling with me, and a couple of months ago okay something happened and flicked inside her head and she got angry with all of them in their house. And a couple of days ago I came over and I was petting his dog and from out of nowhere his cat ran towards me and her claws were in my leg and I have scars from that. And she's weird, but he likes to cuddle. And every day I come from work, he waits beside the door and screams at me until I pick him up and he likes to cuddle. And yeah, but I had different experiences with other cats.
Right? Like this morning, I was saying I had to feed my cat. I fed her. She ate. I'll see her tomorrow. Like she's not like a cat. Now, if I was daddy, oh, that's a different story. Daddy gets love and sketches.
Does he have a beard?
Yes.
They for some reason love it.
Interesting.
I read about that and I noticed my boyfriend also has a beard and whenever he's over, he's on his face. That's it. Oh, yeah. I read somewhere that cats love beard and I don't know. It's weird.
Well, holy shit. I actually learned something. Wow. I mean, that would make sense because like anytime a guy comes over, they all have beards. Like all his friends have beards. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Cora could like I always say, if a cat was going to murder me, it would be her. Like how she stares at me. Like literally yesterday, I came home from work. She's sitting at the door and she goes, like she's growling at me. We've had her for 4 years.
That's weird.
She does it every. I must have done something to this cat in a past life because she does not like me. And I'm the one that saved her. I was the one. So we found her abandoned. We were playing Pokemon Go. And
I remember that.
Right. And we were at this park because like before I lived here, I used to live in London and I used to walk to work because it was, I live downtown. I work downtown. So you just have to cut through the park and you were downtown. So I was playing Pokemon Go and I was catching a Squirtle and all I see in the back is this little cat's head pop out. I'm like, oh my God, it's a little cat. And I'm like, this cat is crying. It's abandoned. We don't know like what's wrong with this cat. So I'm like, I said to my boyfriend at the time, which is now my fiance, I was like, we have to take the cat home. There's a hawk's nest above this. I can't let anything bad ever happen to this cat. So I take off my vest. I wrap her up in it. And at this time, we had a landlord that wouldn't allow us to have pets. But I mean, we now know that's against the law. You can't do that. But at the time, we were noobs to this, and we're like, we can't let anybody know we have a cat. So I called my mom. She was still at work, and this is the voicemail I left her. Hey, Mom, I did something sketchy. I'm not in jail, but can you call me back? She calls me back. She's like, if you're heading to jail, you need to call the lawyer. And I'm like, no, I'm not heading to jail. I found a cat. I need you to come give me litter and food, because we didn't have a car either at this point. And she's like, oh, okay. So we locked our Cora in the bathroom because we didn't know like what to do with her or anything. We put her in the bathtub, like we like filled it with sheets and stuff. And she just she just looked at us like, who are you guys? And we fed her chicken because we didn't have anything at the time. And my boyfriend was like, we can't keep her. I'm allergic. So I gave her to my best friend for like 24 hours, and I cried my eyes. I was like, we have to go get her. I love her so much. We just have such a special connection. And we did. We went and got her. And this was the chorus special, is what we like to call it. So our landlord used to come visit frequently. And like not inside but outside. He lived in the area. And what Cora used to do was climb on the window, like up the window, and go like this, like outside. And we would literally say, her milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, because we would see cats outside the window. We would just come home and we just see like Cora just like sprawled on the window, and we're like, oh my god. And yeah, and so I was like, and then at this time my fiance was home every day, so he like started to like, this was also his first pet that wasn't flushable, so like he was like, I really like this cat. And I'm so happy though that for his first pet, like he has such a positive reaction.
Yeah.
Because to me, he's like, so Stas, who's your favorite cat you ever had? Because that's all I've ever had, are cats. And I'm
this
like,
is my first.
Oh,
finish.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I had a dog growing up, and
Yeah.
now when The Sims 4 came out, my brother found a little dog, and he was like, we need to take her, she's like a cow. And my parents agreed, and now she has a daughter, so at home. I don't live with my brother and my mom, so yeah, right now they have 2 dogs. And now I have cat here.
No, I love that. But anyways, my fiance is like, rank your cats, like from every cat you've had. And I've had like 7. And obviously my number 1 is my childhood best friend cat. Her name was Angel. She was so precious. She was a Snow White, and she had the brightest blue eyes you could imagine. She was so perfect. She would literally come and wait for you. She wanted to be with you. No cat can ever beat that. So I'm going down the list, and I rank Cora, which is our current cat, last. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, she's last. And he's like, oh my God, that's so cruel. I'm like, what? Every other cat I've ever had actually enjoys my presence, not this cat who would eat my eyeballs if the opportunity was around.
They are really weird.
Yeah, right?
Somehow with dogs, you always know what's going on.
Right?
But with cats, it's lottery.
See, how I like to say this is it's the like loud people tell you what they're going to do. It's the quiet ones you have to worry about. Yeah. I associate dogs as like, rah, 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 I'm going to bark. Look, there's a squirrel, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If cats were an assassin, like I'm convinced cats could kill their owners. Like if they had that ability to, without a doubt. Anyways, let's get on positive talks here. Now I got to ask this because I want to
Okay,
hear.
sorry, I'm really rambling.
No, I ramble all the time. No, it's no worries. I like to say these are like group therapy sessions. 10% is Sims, 90% is what's ever going on in the world.
True.
So, anyways, I want to hear the origins of your name.
Panda Builds.
Yeah, Panda Builds. Like, okay. I'd love to hear how that came to be.
When we were in high school, the Facebook was the thing and nothing else. I think the Instagram came out like a year before that, and you remember stickers.
I remember Facebook.
Yes. Yes, and there was this one set with pandas, and I loved it. And for some reason, those stickers became my personality. And that was it. And every game ever, I named myself Panda, and when I made my personal Instagram, it was Panda something, and when I decided to start posting my Sims builds to Instagram, and it has to be something related to Panda. And that's basically the whole story. And whenever someone asks me why Panda, I'm like, do you remember Facebook in 2012, I think, or something like that, when the stickers came out? And yeah, that's the whole story.
It's like, remember. Sorry, no, go ahead.
And after that, whenever I meet someone new and we became close and go on, and for my birthday, here's something related to pandas. And I have, I think, like 5 or 10 plushies, which are specifically pandas and mugs and pajamas and everything.
Oh my gosh, no, that's awesome. So have you always been a builder in The Sims, or is that something that came with time? I know your first house was yellow in The Sims 2, but like, when did you really step into your own when it came to builds?
With Sims 4, I started really getting into building in when COVID started, because I had nothing else to do, of course. Mm-hmm. I was lucky to keep my job, and I was working from home, and I finished my job, and we were in a extremely harsh lockdown back then. And basically the only time period when you can leave your home was when I was working. So I could not leave my home. So I had like 10 more hours to do something, and I had no idea what to do. And I was like, maybe I could start building in The Sims again. And gameplay, for some reason, was never fun for me in The Sims 4. Mm-hmm. And I started building, and I remember I fell in love with Solani, and that was the reason I started playing The Sims again. And for like a month or two, I was just building in Solani, and that was all I did. And basically it was really hot outside, and I wanted to go on a beach, which was not possible.
Oh my gosh. I like that. Honestly, if I had $1 for every time I heard, I got really back into it throughout the pandemic. I mean, yeah, myself too. It was the first time. Sorry.
No, I know also a lot of people who got back into gaming and Sims, especially during the quarantine.
I think it's just nice with The Sims because you can pick it up and put it down, right? Yeah. I always treated it as a winter game because I live in Canada and we have winter for 10 months out of the year.
Amazing.
We'll talk about that one later. Okay. Like, I get at this point, like I'll talk to people. They're like, "Oh, like what's going on there?" I'm like, "Well, the snow is still till my eyeballs." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, the snow's still like to here." Right now, it's not, which is nice. Like, so, like for an example, so today it's going to snow and be -5 Celsius. Tomorrow is going to be +14 in rain, and then Monday we're having a snowstorm.
Yeah, it's similar here, but not that much snow.
Right? It's just always like this, right? So anyways, I was, for the lockdown, like this was my first time in my professional career that I was sent home and I still had a job. I didn't have to go find a new job. So I was like, I'm going to go back and play The Sims. And I remember the first house I ever built, I called it my dream house. And it is still on my gallery. It is the ugliest looking house I'd ever seen in my life because I had no concept of window placement or roofs at this point. It's just this giant blue box and like this like pointy roof and like 20 different windows just going all the way through. And I remember my kitchen was like most of the house. It was massive.
Yeah.
To
be honest, my dream house has a big kitchen.
Oh, I got you. This had enough. I could fit 20 dining room tables and then still have a kitchen. But I have to ask this, do you play with CC when it comes to builds, or CC?
Sometimes. I got into CC maybe 6 months ago. I wanted to try it out and I liked it. I mean, I used Felixandre and all of the most famous CC creators. So of course I liked it. It's amazing. And I don't have much experience, but I noticed that after a month of using CC, all of my houses were the same. And I liked how they looked, but I don't like that they are the same. And I remember, especially I was building, everything was like beige and nice and neutral. And I decided I'm gonna build a new house for clientes, and everything is like blue and orange and so much color and such a contrast. And I decided to stop using CC when I built that house because I really enjoyed the colors for the first time ever.
No, I totally get it. So my Sims history now is literally just this, because I would always say I'm a builder. I still build on the occasion, but because I switched to storytelling for Cass, you need CC. I don't care what anybody says. I
agree.
Yeah, and I need poses, right? So like that is to as much as CC I get into. And then I was like, I don't use CC for builds. Like I just don't do that. And then because like what I always wanted to do is I wanted to build for everybody. I wanted to build for the community. If I build something, you can play it and you can see my vision. And that was fine and dandy for the first, I don't know, like year and change of this. But now I'm at the point where I want to build for me and I want to build what I want to build. And sometimes you need CC. Like, can we just take a minute and talk about how there's no pillows, how we have no decorative fucking pillows, and we can put a man on the moon, but we can't have decorative pillows in Sims 4. Mind boggling.
Or color wheel.
Or a color wheel, or, a ceiling, just,
or curved walls or angled walls that are not 45 degrees.
Hell, I'll take a spiral staircase. Like, I know I'm asking for basically for them to take my first kid to demand that request.
Yeah, I did not follow what was going on in Sims community from when Sims 4 came out till maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. And recently I found out that the possibility to rotate the stairs and make the shape that was added like in 2019 or something. And I was like, what the fuck? Right? Why? Why not?
And The Sims 2 came with the base game. Sims 4. Spiral stairs. Like
terrain tools.
Yeah.
Terrain tools in Sims 4 were added like 4 years into the game.
I think, and this also brings me to my next point. Do you ever think Sims, like the Sims team now, is going to release a pack that's actually finished when they say that like it's going to come out? No. Do you have My Wedding Story?
Not because I did not play The Sims for more than a month right now. My last build was in January.
Okay.
I don't know. And after that, I got COVID. So I was really sick. And after that, I started driving lessons. I don't know how that works in Canada, but here you have to go to classes, like theoretical classes for a month. And I work from office now, so when I I came from my work and then I go to classes and I come home at like 10 p.m. and I have time to take a shower and go to bed. So I did not play Sims for a really long time. And I did not buy anything new because there is no need. Hi.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I totally get you. So when it comes to driving lessons in Canada, so you don't have to do driver's ed. It's definitely recommended for insurance purposes because it will make your insurance cheaper. So it is 2 weeks of in-person classes, and then you can go do your G1. And then after you do your G1, you can do in-car and get your G2. And then after you have your G2 for a year, you can get your full G.
Oh, okay. We have it a little bit different. You have to take. Sorry,
that's okay.
He is stuck in my headphones. Check it.
Oh my gosh! Oh my
god! You have to take theoretical classes, then pass the exam, and then you start driving lessons. And I think you do that for 2 months, I think, and then you have to pass the driving exam, and then you have. You get your permit, but it's not, I don't know how to say that. It's not the real one. It is, but you have some limitations. And after, I think, 2 or 3 years, you get your real permit and everything is like, okay. And that's basically it.
Okay. No. Hey.
So I did not have time for The Sims at all. And I saw on YouTube, I was watching overviews and some builds of what my friends make and other YouTubers, and I hear that the pack is broken. Like I don't think they ever released a pack that's this broken.
I agree. I bought it when it was available to everybody, and I don't do any gameplay. Like, that's not my stuff. I know I do Rose Chronicles, and people are like, you must do get no. It's all poses at this point. I literally map it out like it's a set, and I just literally have I'm like, set done, perfect, next scene. Like I refuse to do any gameplay. If anything, I've turned off their autonomy, so they literally stand there like this until I need them, because I can't let them age. God forbid if I let them die. Like at the beginning of this, like Alexa, who's the main character, fucking had a death wish. She died so many times. She died of embarrassment. She died of heat exhaustion in the winter somehow. Don't know how that one happened. She was doing laundry and caught fire. She caught fire cooking. She caught fire barbecuing. She drowned in a lake. Like I was like, oh my God, you're the only one who can't die. Like, you can't. So now I'm just like, I've turned off aging. I turned on, there's a death cheat. So like every time I turn on the death cheat to make sure that no one can die.
I did not know about that one.
Yeah. I literally Googled, because I was like, one day I was so fed up. I was like, my Sims keep dying. What the hell is going on? So they're like, yes, if your Sims are dying for some unknown reason, just test it. I think it's like death toggle on or death toggle off. And if you have death toggle off, your Sims can die. But if you have death toggle on, like I'm pretty like your Sims can't die. And I'm just like, this is perfect. But that leads to another question is, do you have all the packs?
I don't have the clothing kits.
Yeah,
I don't need them.
Builders don't need them. What is your favorite pack?
Well, as I said, I got back into The Sims when the Island Living came out, and that one blew my mind. I like tropical worlds, and I have to say that's my favorite world, but I think my favorite expansion is Eco Lifestyle.
Okay.
Because I like the items. I would probably like the gameplay. I did not try it out. I don't know. And the world is also beautiful. And I don't know, for some reason, that one is the best, in my opinion. I'm sorry, my cat is running around the mirror. And I hope he does not do anything wrong.
No, it's okay. What? Sorry, go ahead.
And I think when I get this newest pack, Wedding Stories, I'm gonna like that world. I see it's beautiful, and I live relatively close to places that look like that, and it's close to home, so literally, and I really like it, and I hope they fix the gameplay, because it's a game pack. how is it possible that the gameplay is not working in the game pack? It would be okay if there were glitches with the world, like in Equalize style, or I don't know, CAS or build items are weird or something, but gameplay, the game pack.
Like literally EA had one job. It's to get married. And they couldn't even figure that out. And the whole pack is dedicated to getting married. No, it's
I saw that people are like, I click on them to get married and they do the thing, but they are not married.
No. It's see, I just bought it for the build buy. Because my goal, my dream one day is to have my own bakery. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, because all the wedding cakes are absolutely stunning in this pack. So I was like, I could have a wedding cake bakery. And that's currently what I'm building. So I'm like, dreams. So we've talked about your favorite pack. Now, what's your least favorite pack?
I'm between Get to Work and Strangerville.
See, okay, the only reason I like Strangerville is for the doors and for the windows. I don't give a shit about the gameplay. I just want those doors. And that's literally the only reason I bought it, was for the doors.
Yeah, doors are amazing.
Right?
And I'm also really mad about the doors in general, because for example, in this new pack, I see there is no door for the shortest wall height.
Yep.
And the medium door fits perfectly on the shortest wall height, and that's really weird.
I agree with you. I will say, in the new pack, I do like the stain windows now, but the problem is they look so fake. They look really fake. Like, I like the concept of them, and like if you have if you have mods and reshades and you can change it and it looks gorgeous when the light somewhat shines through it. Gorgeous. If you have normal gameplay for console players, it just looks like color blocked windows.
Yeah, like, for example,
there's no design.
Take the windows from Realm of Magic.
Yes.
They're stand windows.
Yes.
How that pack came out like 3 or 4 years ago, I don't know. And how did you manage to make something worse? And those windows are great.
Oh my God. Those windows are perfect for any castle fantasy build.
Yeah. Like, yes. And especially that you have basic swatches. You have all of those colorful, and you have black and white, and you can, one of my most watched videos is some apartment building I made, and I use windows from that expansion.
Oh yeah. Anytime cause I do, when I build, which is like fair and fall between Luna Wendy, she's doing a Disney challenge. I do all her Disney builds. So I just did Cinderella's chateau, and I had a couple like nice stained glass windows for the library, because it again makes sense for the outside. But like, again, you're absolutely right. Like, how can EA take something that they already had the ability to do and somehow make it worse? I think that's EA's motto. Now, we do know that they are working on Sims 5, and we know that there are 2 to 3 more years of Sims 4 content still coming out, which will probably include more game pack refreshes. What game pack do you hope that they refresh next?
I don't know. Just a second.
Yeah.
I lost my headphones. Okay. I think they could do much better with cats and dogs and include more pets. For
Okay.
example, I know that is one important thing for people who play the game. And because I see that everyone who does gameplay does something with pets sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And we have just cats and dogs, and that sucks. And yeah, they included the rodents in that other pack. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
But you can't do anything with them.
No, you can't.
And I was really disappointed when the cottage living came out and we did not get horses. That was really weird to me.
I agree. And
we got llamas because I don't know. I don't think that's something that's, for example, not basic, but you understand what I mean. Mm-hmm. Who has llamas?
No, I agree. Here's the thing. I said the same thing. I think it was Cottage Living had just come out like the first week I ever did on my first ever Summer Spotlight. And obviously horses was a huge debate. And Princess Padu, the person I was interviewing, and she's like, Stas, do you actually think that they were going to give us horses and we didn't have to pay $100 for them? I'm like, oh my God, you're right. Like I could literally see them having like new expansion pack. And you have horses and it's going to cost you $120 and you can have
it's broken
and you can only have 3 swatches of horses, but we're actually only going to give you 2, but we say 3, but we're going to give you 2 and their legs are not going to move properly. They're going to go like that, like I could see EA doing that. I actually thought what it was going to be was that the horses were going to be a kit and it was going to be like an expensive kit, like get the farm animal experience, such as like the rest of the farm animals that weren't there. I kind of was expecting that. And I kind of still am expecting that. What do you think the next expansion pack is going to be? Because there is supposed to be an expansion pack coming out either in Q2 or Q3.
Well, I really did not think about that, but I would really like to see something African inspired because I think that's the only thing we miss right now.
Yeah.
We have the kit, Moroccan, right?
Yeah.
Courtyard Oasis, and it's beautiful, but I don't think we have anything else in the game. Sorry, he's tangled.
That's okay.
I don't think we have anything else related to that part of the world and to that culture. And African culture is really diverse. And I know it would be hard to cover all of those different stuff in one expansion. Or a couple of kits, or I don't know, stuff packs. I miss stuff packs. I hated them, but when they started releasing kits,
I know. I will take a fucking stuff pack.
We did not know how good we had it.
Right? Again, EA, like we think we think they're gonna get better. It's like if they're going to age great. No, if anything, they're just getting worse.
Yeah, especially because they said they are not going to stop making other types of expansions when they started releasing kits. And since then, we got only kits.
And then one game pack that's broken.
That's broken, yeah.
Yeah.
They really did a great job with Cottage Living. I think it's one of the best done expansions ever. And it was expected because the game is like 7 or 8 years old right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 8 years old. And it's expected that they are getting better first packs like, how it's called, outdoor retreat. And those packs are not bad, but they are much worse. So if someone takes a look at Wedding Stories, you would think that it came out in 2015 or something, not now.
Right? Because like the thing is we know they can do great packs because Dream Decor Decorator was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So like you go from like this is how I look at it. You had Cottage Living, which was I think they should have just capped it at that expansion pack. It's a love letter to the Sims fans who've been playing this for a long time. That's what they've wanted. They've won a farming pack. You did it. You did a fantastic job. And then they started releasing kits, which was like, ugh. And then you had Dream Decor Decorator. It's like, fuck yeah, this is so good. It's like they literally do one good pack, one ship pack, one good pack, one ship pack, one good pack. There's no like consistency. Like I think the next expansion pack is going to be Generations. and I think they're going to fuck it up. I don't
Probably.
I have no faith in them that they're going to actually succeed in what they're doing. And it's just going to continuously, because like at what point are like, is it going like at what point as us sim players are going to say like, enough is enough, like I'm not going to buy it? Like, where is that fine line?
I don't know, but yeah, generations would be, yeah, that's a possibility. I know people are asking for it for like so many years now, and it's a big step that they added toddlers in the game. So who knows? Maybe we do get preteens or something between 20 and 40 or 40 and 75.
Yeah. Or I just want teenagers. Like, I think the problem is like the staff at EA, all they watch is like Riverdale, Gossip Girl, and all this stuff, because that's what they think like teenagers like actually look like when they're teens instead of like 25-year-olds. Like,
yeah, but they were teens. They should know how teens look,
right? Like, all the difference between a teen and a young adult is a teen is like this, and a young adult's like that. Like, they literally just grow, and like their faces just become a little bit more plump with age. That is truly it. Like, it's literally the same. Like, I think that's something that it should be missed. I kind of wish that The Sims, and this is, I know you can do this with mods, but like when you're a teen, like you could start getting like the acne and stuff without like it just like show up. Like, but then again,
or skin details, like I don't know, older people have, I don't know how it's called, lines on forehead.
Oh yeah, right.
I don't know how that's called in English. Is there any special word?
I think I like, yeah, I know what they're called. It's not, frowning lines are here, but like stress lines are here, I think.
Yeah, that would be no.
I don't have any yet, but yes.
Yeah, it would be normal to add something like that. I know we have those lines in CAS, but 3 different types, and like you can see them, and they are too much. There is no in between.
Right. I agree. There's definitely no in between. Well, I got a couple more questions for you, and then I'm going to let you go because we got a round table in a little bit. I'm very excited for the round table for builds. But anyways, I have to ask this. What is your favorite build buy item?
That's a really hard question, but everything from debug. I'm gonna say it like that. Landscaping is my favorite.
Wow.
I'm gonna say everything from debug because I honestly enjoy making the exteriors, and I finished the shape of the house and I start doing landscaping, and that's basically the only thing I care about at this point. And the pond tool is one of my favorite things, and it gave so much more realism to the build.
Okay. What is your least favorite build buy item?
Maybe platforms.
Okay.
Because all of those glitches. And I have not used platforms in months. I remember when they came out, I started playing around, and you, for example, raise the whole house on the second platform and you start building walls and everything starts jumping up and down, and I just lose it and I turn my game off. It was really, really frustrating, and I would really like when they finally added the option to place the windows and doors on quarter tiles and to just move them without. Why can't we do that with columns?
I agree. No, I totally agree.
I use tool mods to move them because it's always on the wrong spot.
No, like my God. Okay. I know you like decorating the outdoors and landscape. What is your least favorite thing to decorate or build, I should say?
Bathroom.
I swear to God, I have the same bathroom in every single house or anything I ever do.
Me too.
One sink, one toilet, one shower. And I have to have the level of realism, the toilet paper. And now here's the thing. I have to like zoom in because I have to make sure. And this is a quirk that I do. I will make my sim go to the bathroom and I will make sure that the toilet paper is at the right length so they would actually be able to grab it in real life, even though they don't. I need that level of realism, but that's it. Oh, and the one towel, the most ugliest towel racks ever. They're just like, they don't use. I wish they used them.
In my opinion, they don't need to use them, but they are ugly. So ugly. So giant.
Yes.
Why? Why?
It
takes the whole tile. My sister is in mechanical engineering, and she had to do something related to I think solar panels for some exam. I don't know. And she asked me if I could translate dimensions from one of my builds to real life dimensions so she can use them. And I use the bed, for example, to decide how big is one tile. And I my calculations are probably not the best, but I got it that one tile in the Sims is like 70 centimeters. So, sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, and think about the tower rack to be that big. That's absurd.
No, yeah, absolutely. Again, they're like this big, or they're gaudy and they're like that big. Like there's no, like the one in Vampires, it's so small, but it's so ugly because it looks like a clam at the top, and then you can only get like dark towels.
Yeah, and for some reason, I understand that they are trying to include the styles from older Sims games, from like Sims 2. I know some items are similar to that, like those towels and stuff, but try including something that's relevant now, not 30 years ago, like those couches and carpets. And I for example, in my country, carpets are not the thing. We have hardwood floors and that's it. You have rugs, but not carpets. And that was always really weird for me because we don't have that. And they are also ugly.
Carpets. I would take a nice rug at this point.
Yes.
I'm not greedy. I used to be like, I want horses and moving cars and all this. I will just take a nice rug. That's all I want.
Yeah.
A nice
normal size rugs.
Normal size rugs. And I feel like this is a perfect place to leave it. We need normal size rugs.
Yeah.
Anyways, Panda Build, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you this morning. Where can we find all of your amazing work?
Well, on Instagram and YouTube and on Gallery, if you need houses to download. It's everywhere, I think. Yeah, on Instagram and on Gallery, my ID is pandabuilds_YT, and on YouTube, I'm just pandabuilds.
No, that's perfect. The links are going to be below. Please come check out Panda Builds and her amazing builds. Like I said, it's been an absolute pleasure. I don't know if you're going to get back into builds anytime soon, but I'm excited if you do.
I hope I will.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what you build this year. But anyways, it has been an absolute pleasure. Again, thank you so much for coming here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Well, I want you to have a great rest of your day, okay?
You too.